Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to help you land a livestock worker job.
It's a demanding job.
It is, very hands-on, outdoors, but for the right people, it can be so rewarding.
It can be. If you love animals and you're passionate about agriculture, this could be the career for you.
Yeah. And speaking of finding the right career, that's where RoleCatcher comes in.
RoleCatcher's got a ton of resources.
They do, their AI helps people find jobs, build resumes, even practice for interviews.
Yeah, they've got a huge library of interview questions.
Over 120,000.
That's a lot.
It is. And we're going to tap into some of those resources today, specifically for aspiring livestock workers.
That's right. We're going to be diving into some of the toughest interview questions you might face.
So you can really nail that interview. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of those questions, what advice would you give to someone who, maybe they don't have a lot of experience? What are some ways they can get started?
I mean, volunteering is a great way to start.
Volunteering?
Yeah, or even part-time work on a farm or a ranch. Even if you're just helping out with basic tasks, you're gaining practical knowledge.
Right,
Yeah.
showing that commitment.
And RoleCatcher, they have some great career guides.
Oh yeah, those career guides are super in-depth.
They can help you explore different types of livestock operations, research potential employers, even connect with people already working in the industry.
Okay, so let's say you've done all that.
You've volunteered, you've got some experience.
You land an interview.
Congratulations.
Now it's time for the real test. Those tough interview questions.
Yep. So let's start with a classic. Tell us about your previous experience working with livestock.
All right, so this one seems pretty straightforward, but I bet there's more to it than just listing, I worked with cows.
Right. Interviewers, they want to see your passion. They want to hear about specific tasks you did, the challenges you faced, what you learned from those experiences.
So, instead of just saying, I worked with cows, maybe give a specific example.
Yeah, did you help with feeding, cleaning, administering medication?
Oh, and definitely mention any relevant training or certifications.
Absolutely. That makes a big difference.
And be ready for those follow-up questions. They might ask you to describe a specific situation where you had to handle a difficult animal.
Or,
Solve a problem.
yeah. Having a good story to tell can really make you stand out. And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can come in handy.
Oh, right. RoleCatcher's got that co-pilot feature.
Right. And it can analyze job descriptions and, suggest skills and experiences to highlight in your answers.
So you're practicing the right answers.
Exactly. Okay, so question number 2. How do you handle stressful situations when working with livestock?
Okay, this one feels a bit more intense.
Well, yeah, livestock can be unpredictable, and things don't always go according to plan, right? Interviewers want to know that you can stay calm under pressure, make good decisions, safe decisions.
So how do you answer this one?
Be honest. It's okay to acknowledge that, yeah, stressful situations happen, but what matters is how you respond. Can you stay focused? Think clearly. Prioritize safety.
I guess you could mention specific techniques you use to manage stress.
Yeah, like taking deep breaths or breaking down tasks into smaller steps.
You're showing them you're level-headed.
Exactly. Now, a potential follow-up here could be a hypothetical scenario. Imagine a cow's having a difficult birth. What would you do?
Oh, that's a good one. They want to see your problem-solving skills in action.
Right. All right, so question number 3. How do you ensure the welfare of the livestock under your care?
Okay, I feel like this is a great chance to really show your knowledge and your passion.
It is. Go beyond the basics of feeding and watering. Talk about your understanding of animal behavior, proper nutrition, creating a comfortable environment for the animals. Do you know how to recognize signs of illness?
Or distress.
Yeah, mention all that.
Show them you're an advocate for the animal.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to mention your commitment to ethical treatment.
They might even ask you to describe your approach to pain management.
Yeah. Or specific signs of illness. Being prepared for those follow-ups shows you've really thought about the details of animal care.
Okay, next up. Question number 4. How do you maintain cleanliness and hygiene in the livestock facilities?
Sanitation.
It might seem basic.
It is, but it's crucial.
Super important for disease prevention, right?
Absolutely. Interviewers want to see that you understand that connection. So walk them through your cleaning routine. How do you disinfect equipment? How do you handle waste? Be detailed.
Show them that attention to detail.
And you know what else can really impress them?
What's that?
Knowing a little bit about biosecurity measures.
Oh, right. Biosecurity.
Yeah, basically taking steps to prevent the spread of diseases. So Limiting visitors, wearing protective clothing, properly disinfecting vehicles and equipment.
All about preventing those outbreaks.
Exactly.
All right, moving on to a question that tests your practical experience. Have you ever dealt with a sick or injured animal? And how do you handle the situation?
This is your chance to really shine.
Share example.
Yep. A specific example that shows you can assess the situation, provide basic first aid, and know when to call the vet. Keep it concise, but highlight the steps you took and, of course, the outcome.
They're going to want to know the outcome.
Sure. And they might also ask, absolutely. And for follow-ups, they might ask about specific challenges in breeding or managing difficult births, so it's worth brushing up on those topics.
Okay, question number 7 focuses on safety. How do you ensure the safety of yourself and others when working with livestock?
Safety is paramount in this job.
It is. Livestock can be, well, they can be dangerous.
They can. So interviewers really want to know you take safety seriously. Go beyond just saying, I wear my PCE. Talk about specific safety protocols you follow, your understanding of animal behavior, and how that informs your handling techniques.
So be proactive. Think ahead.
Exactly. And they'll likely ask you about specific safety hazards on the farm, like what would you do if you encountered a bull that was acting aggressively?
Having a plan for that is a good idea.
Yeah. And actually, this is another area where RoleCatcher's AI interview practice can be super valuable.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
So how can their AI help with these safety-related questions?
Well, their AI can analyze your responses and give you feedback on your content, your delivery, even your body language.
Oh, wow. It can analyze your body language through video.
It can. So it picks up on things like eye contact, posture, nervous tics, that kind of thing. Helps you present yourself with confidence.
Like a virtual coach.
Exactly. And it's super specific. It might point out filler words you use too often or suggest better ways to structure your answers.
Okay, that's 7 tough interview questions down.
And we've still got more to go. We've got 3 more tough interview questions to go.
All right, hit me with number 8.
Okay, so this one's all about decision-making. Can you tell us about a time you had to make a difficult decision regarding the care of livestock?
That's a good one. Gets to the heart of experience and values, right?
It does. It really tests your critical thinking skills, your ability to weigh different factors, and your commitment to ethical animal care.
So how do you even begin to answer a question like that?
Well, think of a specific situation where you had to make a tough call. Maybe it involved a sick animal, a difficult birth, or even a conflict with a coworker over, animal care practices.
I see. So set the scene.
Exactly. And then walk them through your decision-making process. What options did you consider? What factors did you have to weigh? And why did you ultimately make the choice you did?
So it's not just about the decision itself. It's about explaining your thought process.
Exactly. And of course, the outcome is important too. Ideally, you want to share a story where your decision led to a positive result for the animal.
Right. Makes sense. What about follow-up questions? Like, what if they throw a hypothetical ethical dilemma your way?
Oh, they might do that. They might ask something like, what would you do if you suspected a coworker was mistreating an animal?
Whoa, that's a tough one.
It is, but these types of questions are designed to gauge your integrity, to see if you're willing to speak up for the well-being of the animals in your care.
It sounds like this question can really make or break an interview.
It can be revealing,
Yeah.
but don't let it intimidate you. Just be honest, be thoughtful, and remember to put the animals first.
Great advice. All right, moving on to question number 9. How do you stay up to date on industry trends and best practices in livestock care?
This one's all about showing your commitment to lifelong learning.
Right, the livestock industry is always changing.
It is. New technologies, new research, new best practices are emerging all the time.
So how do you show the interviewer that you're staying on top of it all?
Be specific. Mention industry publications that you read, conferences you attend, online courses you've taken, professional organizations you're a member of.
Showing that initiative, that you're genuinely interested in keeping up.
And bonus points if you can mention a specific trend or advancement that you're particularly excited about.
Shows you're not just keeping up,
Yeah.
that you're actually engaged, thinking about the future of the industry.
Exactly. Be prepared for follow-ups on that too. They might ask your thoughts on a recent controversy in the industry, or ask you to explain a new technique that you're eager to try.
Okay, last but not least, question number 10. Can you tell us about a time you had to resolve a conflict with a coworker or supervisor?
This one shifts gears a bit, but it's still super important.
Why is that?
It's all about teamwork. Farms and ranches, they require people to work together effectively. And interviewers, they want to know that you can handle interpersonal challenges, contribute to a positive work environment.
So you need good people skills too, not just animal skills.
Right. It's all connected. This question is designed to assess your communication skills, your ability to listen and empathize, and your approach to conflict resolution.
So how do you pick the right story to tell for this question?
Pick a situation where you successfully navigated a conflict. It doesn't have to be a major blow-up or anything, maybe just a disagreement over a work task, or a misunderstanding about responsibilities.
Okay, start simple.
And then walk them through how you approached the situation. How did you communicate? What steps did you take to find a solution?
So it's about highlighting your ability to work things out, maintain a positive working relationship.
Exactly. And like always, focus on the outcome. Did your actions lead to a positive resolution for everyone involved?
And they might ask some follow-up questions too.
Yeah, they might ask about your preferred communication style or how you handle criticism. They might even present a hypothetical conflict scenario, and have you walk them through your approach.
That's good practice.
It is. And guess what? This is another area where RoleCatcher's AI interview practice can be really helpful.
Of course it is.
Seriously, their AI can analyze your responses and give you feedback on your tone of voice, your body language, the overall clarity of your message even.
Really? It can pick up on all that just from a video.
It can. It's pretty impressive. And it can even help you identify areas for improvement in your communication style.
So it's like having a communication coach in your pocket.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the more confident and effective you'll become at handling those tricky conversations.
All right, so we've covered 10 tough interview questions.
And we've touched on how RoleCatcher's AI can help you prepare for them.
But acing the interview is only part of the equation, right? There's the whole career aspect to consider too.
Absolutely. You need to have a sense of where you want to go in the livestock industry. What are your long-term goals?
That's a great point.
And luckily, RoleCatcher can help you with that too. RoleCatcher can definitely help with that. But first, you've got to have a solid resume.
That's true. It's like your first impression, right?
Exactly. And these days, your resume often has to impress AI before it ever gets to a human.
AI screeners, those are tough.
They are. But that's where RoleCatcher's AI-powered resume builder can really help.
I've heard good things about that. How does it work?
Well, you just upload your existing resume, and RoleCatcher's AI analyzes it against the specific job you're applying for.
Oh, that's smart.
It is. It picks out the keywords, the skills, the experiences that matter most for that particular role.
So it's like it's tailoring your resume for each job.
It is. It's not just about making it look pretty. It's about making sure it's speaking the AI's language.
I like that. Speaking the AI's language.
And it goes even further. It suggests improvements, helps you tailor the wording, even flags gaps in your experience that you might need to address.
Wow, it's like having a professional resume writer in your pocket.
Exactly. But even with a killer resume and all this interview prep, nerves can still get the better of us.
Oh, absolutely.
That's where RoleCatcher's AI interview practice can really help. We talked about it a bit earlier, but it's worth diving a little deeper.
Yeah, let's do that. How can it help with those pre-interview jitters?
Well, imagine you could practice those tough interview questions, in a safe space. No judgment. That's what this tool offers. You choose questions from their huge library, or even typing questions that are specific to your interview.
And then you record yourself answering them.
Yeah.
Like a mock interview.
Exactly. But here's the really cool part. RoleCatcher's AI actually analyzes your responses.
Like it gives you feedback.
It does. On your delivery, your content, and get this, even your body language.
Hold on. It can analyze body language through video.
It can. It picks up on things like eye contact, posture, those little nervous tics we all have.
That's amazing. It's like having a personal coach giving you feedback.
Right. And it's incredibly detailed. It might point out filler words you use too often, or suggest better ways to structure your answers, or even just remind you to smile.
I need that reminder sometimes.
We all do. The point is, you can practice as many times as you need until you feel totally confident in your responses.
I love that. Practice makes perfect, as they say.
It does. No, all these AI tools are incredible resources, but they're most powerful when combined with your own hard work and dedication.
Couldn't agree more. RoleCatcher gives you an amazing advantage, but ultimately it's your passion for this work that will really shine through.
Absolutely. Your enthusiasm, your knowledge, your willingness to learn, that's what interviewers are looking for.
Well said. So for anyone listening who's thinking about a career working with livestock, there are so many resources available to help you on your journey.
Take advantage of those resources. Prepare diligently. And most importantly, let your passion shine through.
That's our deep dive on becoming a livestock worker. We've covered a lot today, from interview prep to resume building to the incredible ways AI can help you along the way.
Good luck with your job search. We're rooting for you.
That's it for today's deep dive. See you next time.